Hey everyone, Steve here. Thanks for stopping by my channel. And today happens to be Thanksgiving here in the US, and my family, like many across the country, are celebrating with friends and family over. However, I did have some time today to hop out into the shop while waiting for the smoker to work on our turkey. So I thought I'd work on a fun little project. I'm testing out that xTool P2, and I figured, hey, let's record this and share it with others. So I'm working on a layered plywood project, and I took an SVG, a vector graphic, cut all the parts out and layered them up after painting them. So it was kind of fun, and hopefully this can be inspirational for you. However, I do have to apologize. My audio settings were a little janky. It was picking up from the wrong source, and I didn't catch it till after when I'm done and I'm editing. I really don't have the chance to reshoot all of the instructional stuff I was giving throughout it. So I tried to clean it up as best I can. I hope you will give me some grace on this one, that the audio isn't the best, but hopefully it still gets the point across and will inspire you to maybe play around with a similar project yourself. So without further ado, let's jump into the project. And again, apologize. Next time the audio will be better. So I'm out here in the shop. It is Thanksgiving. I have the turkey on the smoker. Family's coming over in a little while, but I got some time, so I thought I'd come out here and play a little bit. I'm working on the P2 review, and part of that is putting it through some projects and seeing how it does. So I thought I would just do a really quick one today and share it with you. So in honor of Thanksgiving, we are going to play around with a turkey. So I have this SVG of kind of a cartoon turkey, and it's just kind of brought it into Illustrator here to play with the color, just to make sure that it was kind of looking the way I wanted it. But as I highlight these, hopefully you see the outline there, that we'll be able to deal and work with each one of these individual shapes in the laser. And my idea is I'm going to make a layered design where I'm going to have the back is this outline. We're going to cut that out, and then we're going to cut out these to go on top. We'll paint and glue them on, and we'll just kind of keep building that up through these various layers. So we'll end up having, I think, about 4 different layers when we're all done. And hopefully it comes out well. I'm just playing around, having some fun on this holiday. So we're going to be working in xTool Creative Space for this one. I know some people have asked to see more of that rather than just Lightburn, so I thought let's try this in here. And we're working with 1/8 inch or 3mm Baltic birch plywood for this, and I'm hoping to fit this all into about a 12-inch square piece of material. So it's not big. The whole thing is about 6 inches by 6 inches. Nothing too big, just something kind of fun. So let's go ahead and jump into xTool Creative Space. So here we are, and it does have the preview from the P2. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to use the white space to work here, just so we can see a little bit better. But since I do have that SVG, I'm going to go in Image, and we are going to import that. And here's what I'm talking about. I'm going to drag it over here and start working this out. So what we need to do is create our various pieces. And so we're going to end up copying this a few times and making sure we have our layers. So I'm going to just start with the base layer and work our way in. So we'll preserve this one. We're going to do a copy and move this out of the way. So let's just kind of get this to the side. We can work with this one down here. And I'm going to first remove anything I don't need on this one. So we're going to have this outline being cut out, and then we need to score all these individual inner lines, but this piece is not going to be seen, so we're going to delete that. Same with this, that, and the eyes. So that actually, we don't even need this one. So these are the pieces we need on here. It's going to cut this outer line, then we're going to score these inner lines. So I'm going to do real quick, because I'm just going to put all of them on. Let's move this to the orange layer. These are going to be our score lines. And then we're going to come back, select just the outside line. We're going to move that to a cut layer. So for that, I am going to go with, let's go with green for cut. That way it should show up on our dark background. So this is the first one, like I say, cutting out on the green and then just scoring for a line on the orange. So we can go ahead and move this over the way. I'm just going to test over here. Yeah, we can see that, but I'm actually going to be arranging these after this, but I am going to first group these, because we're going to want to be able to work with them later. I'm going to go ahead and take another copy of this, and now we will start with our next layer of items we need. So we can get rid of the outside one. We're done with that. but we do need to grab the cut areas of all these inner ones. Again, we're not going to need the eyes yet. We're not going to need this one yet, the beak or there. So we need all these. And this is the only one that's going to get scored. So we're going to go ahead and put that on our orange layer. Everything else should be a cut. So let's go ahead and select these. We're going to group them. And then we can move this up here out of the way. And we're just going to keep on moving down with the various layers and getting all of our parts together. So I'm going to do this real quick. We'll kind of maybe time lapse through this for you, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so we have all of our parts prepared here in various orders. So again, actually, nope, we need to do one more. I almost forgot to grab the eyes. There we go. Move to layer 3. There we go. Okay, now we have all the parts here. And I'm going to just grab these and get them moved over here. So now, like I said, I wanted to get it onto roughly a 12 by 12 piece of material or less. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a rectangle temporarily here, and we're going to just roughly draw it out, and then we can adjust this. So we're in millimeters in the software, so that'd be about 304 millimeters. You're going to want to unlock that, 304. So now we have this box to work with as just a, make it blue. This is just kind of a tool layer that I'm going to delete here in a little bit. So now we have our grouped items, and all I'm going to do is just start moving these onto here to see what order we can get them in so that we can cut these out. And if we needed to, we could actually separate these. These don't need to be cut together like that, but I think we'll be able to fit this in here pretty well. So the more than ones are where we have the score lines for the others. We do want those to stay grouped so that they get cut properly. So we'll just kind of move these in place, trying to arrange them in a way that minimizes our waste and get this into, looks like we'll be able to do even smaller than 12 by 12. Just move the eyes up here. So, whoa, let's undo that. Didn't mean to scale that. Always nice to have that undo button. Let's zoom in so we can grab that. Bring this up here a little bit. So if we drop these in up here, then we can maybe bump this one up just a little bit. It's about there. And you know, these items don't even need to stay together either. We could move them around a little bit. Let's just grab these and try to tuck them in there a little bit. So now we have it in well within our 12 by 12. We can actually take this box and we could move it up to there to that puts us about 300 by 200. So that's going to be about 12 by 8, 8.5. So not a big piece of material at all. And it should work out nicely. So next I'm going to do is I'm going to get the P2 set up and ready. We'll get this focused and framed and get cutting. All right, so we've got our wood loaded into the machine, and so now we need to do a little more setup here, and we have connected to xTool P2, so we're going to go ahead and refresh our image, and there you see that it has pulled the plywood piece in. And so what we want to do is first tell it to ignore a couple of our layers. So we're going to select this blue layer, turn that to ignore. And we're going to select the black layer. We're going to tell that to ignore just so it doesn't get messed up there. And now we can go ahead and move this down onto our piece of plywood. This is about 15 by 9, so we've got a little extra wiggle room. But here we are. Now, the first thing we want to do is we are going to want to focus the laser. So we're going to have it do an aim measure, and we're going to just click on our little crosshair there. We're going to come to about the middle of our material. You'll see that it moves over. It's going to take a measurement. Now, it's seeing it as 5.3, and it's supposed to be 3 millimeters, so it might be bowed in that area or a little bit, so we might need to check that. So I'm going to go ahead and have it check it over in the corner. See what it reads there. Yeah, that's much better, 3.5. So we're going to probably want to put some clips on there because I'm guessing this material has a little bit of a bow into it, so it's pushing the center of that board up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quick. We'll recheck it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh the camera because you probably shifted the board a little bit, as we did. Just move down a little bit, and then you can kind of see in here, I've got those little clips. So we're going to go ahead and just move this whole thing down here a little bit. And then I'm going to have it measure one more time here in the middle. And that's hopefully going to be closer to 4.4. We probably still have a slight bowing. So if we check over on this side, there it's showing closer to 3.3. So material hold down is important with this. You do want your material to be fairly flat, but we're pretty close. We're within a millimeter, and we'll be all right with that. So now I want to go into our layer settings and start making some adjustments. So for the green layer, that's our cutout layer. What we are going to do is go ahead, and I've done a material test on this, so we want to move this to cut, and we're going to take this all the way up to about 90%. And our speed, I'm actually just going to bump down to about 15, and that should be okay. Now our orange, we want to be as a score, so we're going to keep this kind of low. We're going to go at about, let's say about 30%. And we can take our speed up to about 40. And then that should just mark the orange, the black, and the green we're going to ignore. And can we move layer 2 above layer 3? That should hopefully order it. And then let's just go ahead and hide the other 2 layers. Now, the other thing we want to do is maybe just take a close view of this space, just make sure that we're not too close on our tabs here. So that will take a closer shot, and it does look like it's going to miss it. Be good to go on all this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit process. We'll send it through the laser and see how it comes out. That took just about 5 minutes to cut out, and as a matter of fact, I I think there was an extra part that I cut out. I didn't need to, which was this backer set of eyes, but no big deal. It did not take a whole lot of time, but now we have a lot of parts to sort through. So a nice thing about the P2, it does have that catch tray at the bottom. So any of these projects like this, where you might have some small pieces, it's good to just slide that out, empty it out, so that any parts that do fall down, you'll know are part of your design, and you got to put them back in. And that's the reason we also use the score lines, so that we should be able to place these in the appropriate sections and make sure we have all of our parts. So I'm going to dry fit this basically right now, just kind of putting all the parts where they should be, make sure I've got everything. And then we'll go ahead and look at how we are going to add the color to this. So all right, so we have our pieces dry fit together. And as you can see, they're close enough. We don't need them to fit exactly until we go to gluing them. But the important thing is that we have everything here, and they will work well. The score lines look like they're going to work well for aligning these up. And also, this is going to give me an area that I know I just need to paint to just a little bit inside this line. I want to keep some of this wood bare so that when I go to glue these on, I can put some glue here and there, and it's going to actually be sticking to the wood fibers instead of the paint. And so that is going to be the next step. Some of these small ones are going to be interesting to work with, but I think that'll be okay. We'll get some small some hemostats or something to be able to glue those in and get them fairly precise. So what I am going to use to paint these is actually some acrylic paint pens. There's all sorts of colors in here that should work well. Hopefully we have enough to do our design. They should provide some pretty decent coverage and without being a hassle to work with. So this will be my first time playing with these. So I'm going to go ahead and start painting these, and then we'll come back as we get to the glue up. So I have all the individual parts painted. It's mostly dry. And these markers did pretty well. Like I mentioned, these acrylic paint pens. So I'll definitely leave a link down below if you want to play with these. So the next step is I'm going to need to glue all of these parts together and get them in the layered spots and kind of get them glued in the right order so I'm not struggling around some pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What we're going to be using is just some CA glue. I like using Star Bond. I'm going to be using their thick variety that will give me a little bit of working time and not be quite so runny as some of the thin and medium. And then, of course, some accelerator just to make it go quickly. So I'm going to get that set up. We'll glue it together. And we'll take a look at it when we're all done. All right, and so here it is. It is complete. It is done. The colors came out all right. I think they matched our original to some degree. We can take a quick look at that again. And so hopefully that is a pretty decent facsimile of our digital turkey in made in 3mm plywood. So I hope this has inspired you to play around with multi-layered projects as well. Get some craft wood, get some of those acrylic paint markers, and just take a design and play around with it, see what you can come up with. They can make fun decorations or fun projects with kids of all ages and something to have fun with. So I'll have links down below to some of these products that I use, the glue and the pens, things like that. And I'll also include links to the xTool P2, the new laser I'm checking out. There will be a full review coming out in the future, as well as plenty more projects. I'm excited to be playing with that. So I hope you are excited to see that too. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Thanks again for checking this out. I hope you have had a great weekend yourself. And most importantly, I hope you can get out in your workshop and make something too. We'll catch you next time.